fall session of Story Times. We're so excited that you are back with us, and we missed you in August. We love our Story Times and we love our Storytime friends. We're going to start today with a brand new hello song. Every time that we have a new Storytime session, we like to teach you a new hello song. And this one is a special one because it's a way that you can say hello to your friends and ask how they're doing. So it goes to the tune of London Bridges. And here's how it goes. Hello friends, and how are you? How are you? How are you? Hello friends, and how are you? How are you today? Wonderful job! We love learning new songs here at the library. Okay friends, well I am so excited because at Orem Library we are starting a brand new story time called Learning at the Library. This is an opportunity for you and your special grown-up to do some new things at home. We're going to be doing crafts and experiments and games and lots of fun activities here at the library that we hope you will do at home. Today we are going to talk about one way that we can read a book without reading a book. Have you ever thought about different ways to tell a story? What are some ways that you tell a story? I know one way that I like to tell a story is just with my voice. I like to think of the story in my head, and then I like to use my voice to tell people a story. What are some other ways that we can tell a story? Have you ever drawn a picture? Drawing pictures is a great way to tell somebody a story. I'm going to show you one way at our house that we love to tell our favorite stories, and that is using puppets. And do you know puppets are so fun because you can make a puppet out of anything that you have at your house. I'm going to show you some of the puppets that we've made at our house, and maybe you've made some of these as well. This is a puppet that my daughter Hannah made of Cinderella. Raise your hand if you know the story of Cinderella. Oh, I see lots of hands. Cinderella was the princess that lost her shoe on the step and rode to the ball in a pumpkin. Well, she made a Cinderella puppet out of a paper bag. And all she used was her markers. She used some yarn, she used some paper and some tape. And she made her very own puppet. And the fun thing is that Cinderella can talk because she's a puppet. Let's see what else. This is a puppet that my daughter Ava made. Can you see this puppet? And today we're going to use this puppet to help tell one of our stories. She's going to be a witch in our story today. But Ava made this puppet out of a paper towel roll. So when her mom and dad were all done using, when we were all done using the paper towels, we took the roll, she wrapped it with some fabric, she glued on some pom-poms and some coffee filters and some pipe cleaners, and then her teacher helped her to make a special puppet. There's a string down here that you pull that can make the puppet talk. So that was a really fun way to make a puppet that I had never seen before. Now, one of our favorite things to do at home is to make puppets out of gloves. Do you have any gloves at your house that you can't find the partner? You only have one? It's hard to go outside and play when it's cold if you only have one glove. And so making puppets out of your glove is a great idea. Can you tell me what story this is? Look very carefully. Pig, 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 wolf. Those are good clues. And if you look very carefully, you'll see this pig is holding some straw, this one's holding sticks, and this one's holding bricks. Did you guess the three little pigs? You were right. This is a story about the wolf and the three little pigs, and they're so easy to do. With a little bit of glue and a little bit of fabric, you can make your own story. We have one other way at our house that we love to make puppets and love to tell stories. and that is using a sock puppet. You know, downstairs sometimes in your laundry, you have all these extra socks. I found these downstairs in my laundry. And these make great puppets and very easy to make and very easy to use. Can you tell what this puppet is? Rawr! It's a lion. Can you make a lion sound? Rawr! That was awesome. Sock puppets are super easy because you already have the body of your puppet and then you just get to add decorations. Well, today I wanted to tell you a special story using our sock puppets. And I thought maybe you could help me make one of our sock puppets for our story. Today, we're going to do the story of Rapunzel. Do you remember Rapunzel with the long hair out the tower? We're going to tell the story of Rapunzel using puppets today. And I thought we could make our Rapunzel puppet together. And then maybe you could get some ideas for puppets that you want to make at home with your family. So the first thing I did was I went and I talked to my special grown-up, because we always talk to our special grown-up first before we use anything in the house. And I found some socks that we decided were okay to use for our project. So I wanted her to be wearing a pretty dress, so I chose some socks that had pretty patterns on them. And I think today I'm going to use my bunny sock, because I want her to have a pretty bunny dress. So in order to make our puppet today, I brought a few things with me. I got out my craft box, and I decided today that I was going to use some of my jewels and my buttons, some googly eyes, my pom-poms, and this is some yarn. So I'm going to show you how to make a Rapunzel puppet. Now, one of the things that we are going to use is hot glue and scissors. So you need to be sure that you work with your special grown-up. Anytime that you're using something like scissors that are sharp or hot glue that is hot. Grown-ups, you can also sew items on. That is a fabulous, if your children are a little bit older, a fabulous fine motor skill to sew on buttons or to sew on other things. My older children love to do that. Okay, friends, we're ready. We have all of our supplies out. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue on Rapunzel's eyes. And I've decided that I'm going to use 2 pink pom-pom balls. And I'm going to put some glue, and I'm going to put 1 pom-pom ball. I like hot pink. Can you tell? Okay, now I'm going to take my little tiny googly eyes, and we're going to put those on top of the pom-pom balls. Can you see that? Woo! Now you can really see her eyes, can't you? Now you can also use buttons for her eyes. Okay, now I'm going to make Rapunzel some hair. And to do the hair, I used my yarn and I wrapped it around and around and around and around on my arm. And so I made some hair that looks like this. I'm going to cut the yarn. And now can you see? We have some hair. So now I'm going to take our hair, and I think I'm going to take a little piece of yarn to wrap around the top because it'll be easier to glue. Do you remember Rapunzel has very, very long hair? So I could have made that even longer. And that's the fun part, is you can do whatever you want. And if you try something and you don't like it, you can always do it again. That's the fun part about making things at home that I love. Okay, so now I'm going to take Rapunzel's long, beautiful hair, and we're going to put a glob of glue, and I'm going to stick my hair right to the top there. Do you think that she needs a mouth? Does Rapunzel need some lips or a mouth? Let's try it on and see what we think. Do you know what? I think she's okay right here because we have the part where she talks. So I am going to stop right there. But do you know what? you could continue gluing pom-pom balls, jewels, whatever you have at home to make her super fancy. You could also, if you had a long sock, you could also decorate her clothes back here. You could do some fancy clothes. Matter of fact, why don't we give Rapunzel some pom-poms on her dress? Let's give Rapunzel some pom-poms. So I'm just going to use a purple pom-pom. I'm going to use my yellow pom-pom, my orange pom-pom. Oh, she is ready. Okay, Rapunzel, you ready to tell our story? Okay, friends, we are ready to tell our story. Now, I have another surprise. We aren't just going to tell the story. We are going to sing the story. Miss Molly here at the library took the story of Rapunzel and she made it into a song. So the next time you come to the library and you see Miss Molly with her long Rapunzel hair, will you give her a thumbs up and tell her good job? Do you know, it is so fun to write your own songs, and you know you can take your favorite story and turn it into a song. So today we're going to sing our Rapunzel story. We have our witch, we have our Rapunzel, we made a tall tower. We also have our prince. Can you see our prince is also made out of a sock? This time we filled his head with cotton balls and stuck a stick up there. And look, he kind of looks like a ghost too, I realized. But that makes it extra fun. You could use him as a prince or a ghost. And I am using one of my regular puppets for the horse. Okay, I think we're ready. Should we give it a try? Okay, here we go. Rapunzel was up in her tower. Rapunzel was braiding her hair. The witch would not let her escape though. She wanted to get out of there. Poor girl, locked in a tower all day, all day. Poor girl, she just wants to run and play. Guess who comes next? A prince came and called out, Rapunzel! Rapunzel, please let down your hair! She threw her hair out the window because there weren't any stairs. Climb up, climb up, climb up Rapunzel's long yarn hair. Climb up, climb up, climb up Rapunzel's long hair. The witch was not very happy. She wanted Rapunzel to stay. The prince rode up with his horsey, and quickly they both rode away. Ride fast, ride and gallop away, away. Ride fast, and happy they both will stay. Mwah! Yay! You did such a great job today. I am so glad that you came and played with us at the library today. Our challenge to you this week is to find your favorite story. It can be a fairy tale or a nursery rhyme or your favorite book, and sit down and make some puppets. Plan how you're going to retell the story, and then you can have a special show with your family and friends and retell your story. Grown-ups, learning how to retell a story is a very important early literacy skill. And this is a fun way to involve children in comprehension, in learning how to put the pieces of a story back together, in using their voice to tell the story. So many important skills. We hope you have a wonderful week, that you have lots of fun creative projects and crafts to do, and we'll see you soon at the library. Bye!